y'all, this is Cindy. I'm the Tireless Tangler, and I am coming to you from my hospital room in Oklahoma City, where I have had my right knee replaced today, and I am going to try to get a video done for Sunday, and so we're going to see if I can get it uploaded. I appreciate all of your thoughts and prayers for today. Thank you so much for being here in spirit with me. All right. Today's tangle, I don't know if you could read this, is KADIBRA. It's KADIBRA, and it is again by the wonderful Ria Matheussen out of Belgium. And this is day 20 of the 100 Days of Zentangle project. All right, so KADIBRA is another lovely one. Ria, remember, is the one that did KADO. And so I'm going to, since there are lots and lots of things to play with and embellish on this tangle, I'm going to use one of my apprentice tiles, which is a slightly larger space. And I am going to start with my 4 dots today. I'm not sure you can see all of that. Now you can see my hospital room. And I am going to approach this a little bit differently today. I am going to round my corners, keep them fairly straight. KADIBRA is a ribbon tangle, which means it functions sort of like a ribbon. Meaning you can make, it's a long line, basically. Let's not get crazy. All right, so in the middle of this, I am going to draw, not touching the pencil lines, but further down, I'm going to draw a circle or an orb. I'm not going to touch any of the edges with it. My hand wants this to be lumpy, and that's okay. Okay, so this is what I'm going to work with today, and it's going to give me the opportunity to play with KADIBRA around these borders and around this one in the middle as a circle. Okay, so let's get started. KADIBRA is formed with a wavy line to begin with. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to make a gentle wavy line all the way to here. All right, and I don't want it to be too mountainy or hilly. I want it to be like rolling waves. And then I'm going to stop at the next dot. Okay, so in Ria's step out, the next step is to aura this line. So taking my time, taking some deep breaths, which I've already been doing on the spirometer or whatever that thing is that you have to blow into to keep your lungs healthy. So I probably shouldn't have joined those up, but I did. So we're going to see what happens. All right. So this pattern looks deceptively simple, but there are a few things you're going to want to keep in mind as you go. Okay. On this line, I'm going to show you exactly what's in the step out so that you know this in its pure form. All right. So what you want to do is you want to start on one of your up curves. Okay, you don't want to do this backwards or start over here. You want to start on one of your up curves. Okay, and I try to do it about 2/3 or halfway down this line on the slope, and I'm going to make one of those fun aura shapes or echo lines that we did one of these patterns. And once you've done this, she has a little curly cue to finish that off. Okay, so that all the way across, about halfway or 3/4 way down. Make your little aura. Curl it around following the line into a little curlicue. Alright. Once again, a little ways down starting. And if you can make the curlicue into the same stroke with your echo line, that's cool. Alright, so this is the first step on this side. Now what we want to do is flip our tile 180 degrees, and we're going to do the same thing on the up curve. Okay, so about halfway down or 3/4, I'm going to make a pretty little echo line and follow that up with curlicue. Alright, you're going to come in about halfway or 3/4 the way down and draw another one. You want to follow the curve of the line and come in close in. As you come in, probably a little bit better than that, but this will work. And that immediately goes into the right spiral there. Alright, a couple more. I know you guys can hear a lot of noise in here with the machines and all the other things they've got going on. Every now and then you're going to hear a pop and a hiss. So, alright, just like that. Now there's one final, or two final things that we want to do to finish this off, okay? The first is where we have our little curlicue, to start the same place and do another one that comes up around it. You do this on both sides. Everywhere you've got this little spiral. These can look however you want them to look, and that is something we are certainly going to explore later. Okay. Now I'll tell you, I'm on pain meds and sleepy, so don't be too hard on me for this video. Alright, the final step is to come in at the tip of each one of these little echo lines, and let me zoom in for this. I'm going to come to the tip of these, and you're going to round it off like that, okay? And you're going to repeat that on each little section. Don't want that too big like I just did, but go with it. If it happens, it happens. Alright? So this is where we're at with this. Now, Ria gives several different ideas for embellishing. And I'm going to leave this side as is so that you can take a picture or whatever you want to do and know that this is the way the original pattern looks. Okay? Now, let's go have some fun with this. Okay, I am going to start, oops, okay, let's move out again. I'm going to start with this bottom aura line here, and I'm going to continue that's going to be awkward, but we'll be all right. Now I'm going to go with the aura line. going to put in our structure the same way to begin with, and then we're going to play with this pattern a little bit and see what happens. All right, so we've got an upstroke here, so I'm going to go ahead and put one on this and come around with my curly Q. All right, I'm going to go ahead and round this while I'm here. And I think we could put it, oh, we might as well. All right, tiny bit of rounding, and repeat. As you can see, these overlap each other on the line here, and each one of these does the same thing going down. Now for this version, I'm going to start with my little fescue points because I like those. They dress it up a little bit. I'll finish up my rounding here. Don't have to do any of these steps that you want to leave out, you can. You want to leave out the little part that comes over, you can. But let's see what else we can do with this to have fun, okay? So one of Ria's examples in her step out is the little leaf thing, which I of course like. Again, try to follow the shape of your line, the curve of it. And do as I say, not as I do. I want to give a shout out to, is it Belinda, who lives in Gatlinburg, Tennessee? Yay! And Mariam from Greece. Thank you so much for being back with me. I remember you from last year. I know I'm forgetting people, but keep them coming. I've got a couple of newbies. I know I have one named Angela. Actually, I have two Angelas that I'm aware of. So, okay. So we did the leaf variation. That does dress it up. Now, as far as what comes on top, we can put a little curly Q. Yeah. And then do it on the bottom. That was inventive. It's not quite so. Alright, well, you get the impression that I'm trying to give you. And this is another variation. Okay? So let's turn our tile and go again. Choosing the bottom aura. about these if you get them a little wobbly like mine are. Wobbly is okay. Thanks to you guys, I was encouraging someone in my online art lesson the other day. Wow, was that yesterday? It was yesterday, guys. The longest 2 days in the history of man. Alright, so here's where we're at. Now again, we're going to do the same process. See, I've already got one started here. I just need to draw that in and ink it. Alright, let's try doing this right here. Now on this one, I am going to really play with some line weight. Can't really see it well on this. I'm just adding a little bit of extra oomph to those. And you can see that really makes it dynamic. Alright, let's try again. Nope, that's it. Alright, so we are working, remember, climbing up the mountain first. I'm going to attempt to make these a little larger this time around. I tried. So after I rounded the tip, I drew another line inside here. Now I'm going to black that in. See what you guys think of this. And it's going to have this little white sliver up around the top. Better one down here. And you may not like this, and that's all right. You can do whatever is in your heart to do. There's no right or wrong here. There is only enjoyment. I'm really into the fescue ends this week, aren't I, guys? Alright. Okay, so my example that I made in my sketch pad looked better, so let me try this again. We're going to do this all the way down. Alright. Trying things until I get it right. I'm sorry for the waving and jerking of the camera. the next couple of days. It almost looks like a highlight. But we will. Forgot something. And I might like these this way better, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to finish it up like I always tell y'all. Don't give up on your art. Art has an ugly stage, and if you give up, you'll never know what it could have become. Sometimes those things are really good things. By the way, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My hashtag or my handle is @TheTirelessTangler, and if you will follow me, then you will see hopefully not only my art but other people's. And also, if you're new to Instagram, you can also follow the hashtags that we are posting right now. Hashtag 100 Days of Zentangle 2020, hashtag the pattern names, hashtag the Tireless Tangler. Don't forget that one. It's the most important, so I can see your beautiful art. So what I was thinking about doing with all of your variations that you have done on, was it not Kadu? It was the IMA or AMA, and wasn't that a cool pattern? And I really love some of the stuff that I've been seeing, and depending on who has the most inventive embellishments or variations on that, I am totally going to offer to share your video or share your picture on one of these videos. You do not have to. I'm not trying to scare anybody away, but I think it's cool for everybody to see what somebody else is doing. It's so inspirational. It gives you a different perspective. So these look like the C's in my name. That's probably why I like it so much. All right, got that. So I'm going to do this sliver again. Very much on that, but again, you'll know. And I have my jelly roll. Yay! I know we like our jelly rolls, guys. So they've got a machine on my leg that squeezes and then lets off every few minutes and makes that hiss. So now it's definitely much less, I don't know if it's less pretty, but it's definitely more bold. Let's do one more and we'll be done with this variation. I'm gonna love to see what you guys come up with here, since I have the best followers ever. If you are not comfortable posting your art, that's okay. You should still come follow me on Instagram too. You might get some inspiration from one of the other people, or even me. I want to thank my dear friend Aishwara from stepping in for me for Saturday night, and I appreciate that so much. She is definitely an awesome CZT. We knew each other on Facebook before either one of us was a CZT, and we're good friends, and we both qualified for scholarships for our CZT training, which they allow people to apply for each year under the Zentangle Foundation. So if you guys are interested in becoming a certified Zentangle teacher, you can check that out, Zentangle.com. You'll find all the information you need. It's definitely worth it. And not for monetary gain. It's worth it to be in the same place with so many like-minded people. It is worth it to learn from Rick Roberts and Maria Thomas, and from Martha Huggins and Molly Hollibaugh. They are all so wonderful teachers, and nobody teaches like Rick and Maria. Nobody. All right. So this is what I have for my next one, and it is quite different in its looks from the first round and the second round, for that matter. As you can see, as we move forward, we're adding some more dynamic touches. I actually am sort of liking this. All right, let's turn the corner, see what else we can come up with here. All right, I'm going to follow my line. Whoops, got a little out of hand there. All right, and with my aura. Structure in. Now I'm going straight for the variation on this one. I haven't done this yet, and I want to see how it ends up. Now I'm going to start my stroke following the curve, and then I'm going to start at the bottom and gently fan my way out here. See how that looks. Not as good as the other one, but it's something a little bit different. that's okay. We are not looking for mistakes. We are looking for opportunities. That is the deal. They say in Zentangle, no mistakes, only opportunities. That's because each mistake becomes an opportunity to explore something new. Okay, this is really growing on me. I really like this. What do you guys think? So what am I going to do with this circle in the middle? Well, I think I'm going to do yet another variation. And I'm just going to let myself go crazy and wild. And I will be taking a quick break. I'll be right back with you. So shading on this tangle is going to be very much like we have learned before, which is basically to shade into the places where the lines draw together. So as you can see, these two are coming together, so I'm shading the base of this and that. I have also put graphite beneath the arid line. Sort of set the line in front of the design on it. That's going to be like, but we'll find out. Doesn't really matter, does it? Okay, this one did not need any shading, so, which is a good thing. The more ink work you do, the less shading you're going to need. Because the ink talks for you. Drop me a comment and let me know. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is surprise you guys. All right, I am going to take my pen. I'm going to come up with it again. No, there it is. I'm going to take my pen and start here in the middle like this, and the reason that I drew a pencil line is so that I could keep my waves approximately circular. Okay, I'm going to start up here where I don't have as much room. Make sure I put that in a dip. Got some crazy stuff going on here. Do you see why that circular line in pencil is so helpful? Helps to keep me from getting off track, which happens more than you might think. Or maybe not. Maybe you guys have come to know me very well now. So this is where I'm going to do my framework. And again, I'm going to aura this and start on the uphill section and go from there. And then I'll surprise you with whatever comes out of here, okay? So you guys surprise me with your art too. Don't forget, hashtag the Tireless Tangler or hashtag 100 Days of Zentangle 2020. I will be looking for your art. Thank you guys so much for being with me today, and I will see you tomorrow.